Hi, hello, hello. I am here. How are you guys? Oh, we got Snow Jello over on YouTube. Hi. Who else do we have here? We got Angel Wolf. Hi. And we also have Clothed Villainy. Is this where we declare first? Well, you were very close. Thanks for lurking, Quinn Miss. I'm gonna play the game you sent off my Steam wish list. Tonight we're gonna give it a shot because I love the Sarah cleanup, so this one should hit right in that urge to just scrub shit. And also thank you for the resubscription to my Twitch from Arduana Fox. I think I literally just call you Fox most of the time whenever you're in here. So it's 1 boop for the first 10 and then 1, 2, 3 boops to follow. Hello, Mad Artistry and Mythos. Yeah, we are here. Had some mac and cheese earlier. Oh, love some mac and cheese. I had a poke bowl today. That is so good. I don't know why, but out of nowhere, I suddenly started loving avocado, and so there's like a local poke bowl place that does deep fried yam, and then like deep fried yam with a shit ton of avocado in there. There's some like edamame, sweet corn, like barbecue chicken in there. It's so good. It's like all the things. There is a tiny Rosie. Oh yes, one up in the corner here. Because I don't know why these stream panels from Slobs, they always have this little thing up in the corner. Unfortunately, I have a shit second webcam that I can't change the settings for, so this one ends up super bright. Yeah, I gotta lurk and deal with some stuff first, though. Yeah, you do that. You take care of yourself. We got our first hydrate for the evening. Hi, Derigo. It's your birthday. Oh my god, yes, get yourself that birthday pasta. I love that for you, and also happy birthday from your community over here. Absolutely love that. Thank you, Oracle of the East. Yes, so definitely I could, the type of eyeliner where I could just cut a man. I had the most splendid, beautiful, water-themed makeup on my face earlier today. And unfortunately, I had to take it off and just put on something simple for stream because, oh my god, the sensory overload was quite real. Yes, indeed, Khajiit has wares if you have the coin. I posted another like little commentary video. Dear God, commentary video on like Insta/TikTok today, talking about being a spice merchant and all of that stuff. I was told by Dr. Karen to eat avocado and tomato together, and the avocado makes the lycopene and the tomatoes more bioavailable. I have never heard of such a thing. Commentario, it sounds like some kind of vague superhero that makes commentary. Yeah, it does have a nice ring to it, by accident. Yeah, it was, I loved it. It looks just so pretty. And unfortunately, the water activated paint that I use to do looks like that, as it dries, it pulls your skin cells in together, and it's just, it looks so good and feels so wrong. The eternal struggle of being a makeup artist is that half the time the products that you use end up making you want to claw your skin off. Is the worst. It is the absolute worst. Indeed, all of the hydrates. Exactly. We have an itty bitty Rosie and then like the main Rosie. Contracting. Yes, it does. It's the same thing when I wear the prosthetics, because the Prose glue that I use to apply the prosthetic and adhere it to my face, it also pulls the skin in. Yeah, there's a reason you guys don't really see me doing heavier makeup looks when I'm live streaming because my brain wants to claw my face off the entire time. So I'm not going to put myself through 3 to 4 hours of that. Looks very beautiful though. Aw, thank you. The purple lipstick. Aw, yeah. I thought that the whole look just, ugh, looks so good and feels so wrong me when I dress up. Oh yeah, and I did a GLaDOS cosplay yesterday. Not that the clock app appreciated it apparently, but the struggle has been so real with TikTok lately that it's constant. It's just the constant. Give us $20, give us $40, and we'll show your content to more people. Just give us $40 and we'll show you to more people. You want more followers? Give us $40. And I'm like, God, I miss when TikTok was closer to Vine. Like back in the day, it was just a free for all. If you ended up on the For You page, that was it. None of this pay for views bullshit. Love Goblin Cleanup. I'll be trying it for the first time today. The cake is a lie, indeed. And also the GLaDOS look is the very first time, like that is the closest I've ever come to having a screaming, crying meltdown with a look, because I couldn't find a wig that would cover half the face, because GLaDOS has the one eyeball, so I was like, oh, I'll just use a full whiteout contact, and I only had 2 little things of eye drops left. I thought that would be enough, but it kept burning, and I went through all of my eye drops, and now I'm out of eye drops. I have to take the damn thing out, and I'm just like, it ruined the under eye makeup several times over, and then I had to send my partner out to get more eye drops while he was on a call with a friend. Like, I'm there just about to cry. Yeah, it was so painful, and it kept ruining the makeup that I'd spent hours on. And hello, Midas Sparagon. If you're after a good laugh, check out the drama about the Australia TikTok Awards. I'm surprised it would be a good laugh. All I've been seeing is people being like really distressed about it. I heard that like some stalkers showed up to the event, and yeah, it was it was awful. So I got my content and then immediately hopped in the shower and was like ripping the contacts out. And unfortunately, that is a real struggle with cosplay, is those freaking contacts, because half the time they burn so badly. You go through so many eye drops, they rip, they dry out. Like they're least favorite part about it. Didn't hear about that part. I've only been hearing like the really shit parts about the TikTok Australia thing. I think it was Esme Louise, the content creator who does Kinky History. She was at the event, and I've really only seen her video and one other person's on it so far, where they were talking about like the massive safety issues. But I don't know why every time a social media platform like TikTok, Tumblr, what's the other one? Twitch. Anytime these platforms do a convention of some kind, it ends up being just a hot mess. Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise hated them in interview. What? Hated Australia? Or TikTok Australia? I'm so confused. Oh. Or do you mean Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise hated the contacts? Which is unusual, right? I mean, or are they such a hot mess? I don't think they actually fund them as well as you think a social media platform would fund an event. Yeah, guessing the contacts. Yeah, at the end of it all, it seemed to work out, but it was painful, and I almost just sat down and cried without getting any content at all after putting it on for like 6 hours. It was rough. It was really, really rough. I am currently waiting for new ears and a tail to arrive because I want to do a calico cat look. is that it was done extremely cheaply with adverts run in the middle of the ceremony, and then the Wiggles ended up having to issue a statement saying they weren't endorsing drugs. Jeez. Okay, that's funny. GLaDOS broke my brain there a bit. If evil, why so pretty? Yeah, right? Why so pretty? I had a lot of fun with that because she's such a passive-aggressive little sociopath of a character. So she's a lot of fun to act, to just embody as a character. Aw, thank you, Bane. But yeah, I don't know. I think like Australia also has some new legislation coming in that is somewhat worrisome in regards to social media, where they now have a complete and total ban of anyone under the age of 16, I believe it is, having access to social media. Which in theory sounds great. In practicality is an absolute goddamn fucking nightmare of a situation. You probably did her a bit too well. Who was the other robot in Portal? Isn't that... Yeah, that's Wheatley. The space-obsessed one. Who is also really fun. Space! Because, yeah, while the law officially kicks in December 10, Meta has begun removing Instagram threads and Facebook accounts from today. Well, and that's the thing, is that how do you verify whether or not somebody is 16 and older, which means more data collection, more data harvesting, more like face IDs. It means you're scanning your driver's license and uploading it. And a lot of us are really, really leery about the idea of Facebook having copies of our IDs and stuff like that. Especially because the tools that they use, like if you have a certain type of site, like OnlyFriends, they do a face scan and they take your, like either your passport or your driver's license, and they do that through a third party. So that means that your very personal information is going to be held by something that you have no guarantee is actually going to be secure in the name of protecting children. And given what we're seeing with some companies like Palantir, apparently some people have decided to be goddamn fucking evil, and I am like, I don't like this, Chrissy, wake up! I don't like this! And of course, being a spice merchant, what I am also, and like I'm bisexual and a spice merchant, right? Like I've got a couple of strikes against me where if North America goes this route and we start seeing a level of surveillance that a lot of people are worried about, people like me, in order to be online, we'll need to, like, our IDs will be there, and then people see the work that we do, and if it gets criminalized, because the States is actually looking at fully criminalizing spice merchantry, that means it'll be so easy just to round them up, and I'm worried. Not in like a fear-mongering way, but in I know how conservatives operate. I know how they think because I was raised in that whole thing, and they are actually that goddamn fucking evil. Axon, also Axon. And the police body cam things, yeah. Is that the services that held the information? Yeah, no one could have predicted it would get hacked already. Potential challenges to law, but it resulted from social media platforms not playing ball on other safety measures. Well, and the thing is, they'll say that in regards to like the platforms need to have safety measures, and I'm kind of out here like, if a kid wanders into a bar, is that child the bar's responsibility? Because a bar is not an appropriate place for a kid to be. No, we blame the parent for being negligent. Like the primary caregiver is the one that's supposed to be monitoring where their kid is. And so we've got all of these young people in spaces they absolutely shouldn't be. Like as a spice merchant, like half the time you'll find out you'll be arguing with somebody on Threads or Twitter or something, only to find out that the reason they have such shit views and why they're so puritanical and black and white thinking is because they're like 14, 15, or 16. And then you'll find that out mid-conversation and you're like, where's your mom? What the fuck? Does your mom know you're out here arguing about Schmeck's work on like Threads or Twitter or Instagram or something? Like, does your mom know you're here? And that's just it though. Like, the fault is not with the spice merchants or whoever else. You, for example, if you end up accidentally arguing with a child in an adult space, that's not your responsibility. It's not the platform's responsibility. It's the parents' responsibility. It's like if you have the family phone plan, you can see what your kid is doing. You can monitor how they're interacting. You can keep on top of this stuff. Parent way more than the social media companies need to censor themselves. Yeah, I was just recently informed of Brand Army and Void Horror that place is. I actually have only been vaguely hearing about Brand Army. I have no idea what it is. I only just found out what Goral World is. Apparently that's something that's been going on for 10 years. I'd never heard of it before. Go eat your graham crackers and chicken nuggets, little guy. Honestly, like, if a child meanders into an adult space, it is nobody's like, we are not their village. That whole, like, it takes a village to raise a child. We are not that child's village. This is not the place for them. Brand Army equals 13 to 18 lonely pans? How could you have 13 to 18? Like, do you mean age-wise, or there's 13 to 18 creators? Because you can't have anyone under the age of 18. Like I said, like, OnlyFriends does actually collect data. Like, they verify the age of everybody on their platform. And if you try to upload content, like, if you upload a video to that platform, it gets scanned for however many people are in it, and you need to be able to verify and tag each performer or they will not upload it. It will not be visible to anybody. And that's something that kind of like that really bothers me about people, or they're just like, you don't know the age of the performers, you don't know if they're actually consenting, blah blah blah. And I'm like, bitch, do you know how much work it is to upload a vid? It all gets scanned, everything has IDs, everything has waiver forms. Age-wise, you can sell content to people age 13, 18 in order to buy it. You have to be 18. That's not actually factually correct. Not for OnlyFriends. You can't sell content to people, at least not explicit content. Because like I said, everything on that platform gets scanned. You can't even say the words, you can't say the word meat on OnlyFriends. Like, that place is locked down. I'm talking about Brand Army. Oh, okay. So, wait, what kind of content is Brand Army its own website? And what content are they selling of anyone under the age of 18? Oh, Chip wants an Ara. Australia's done a lot of work on revenge corn, but Elon closed down safety teams in Australia, so it's complex. Oof. So Brand Army, they're selling their own. How on earth would they get away with that, though? If everybody knows that it's content of people under the age of 18, then they should have been arrested a long time ago. Like, you can't actually sell this shit. That would be illegal on so many levels. Oh yeah, there's like a whole catalog of words that aren't allowed. The parents must consent, and they do. It doesn't matter if the parents consent. Legally speaking, you cannot sell explicit content of a minor on any platform. Like, that is still illegal. Yes, it has been a moment since that. And unfortunately, like, there's ways that parents would not get around. Like, you absolutely do see parents trafficking their kids right in the open. Like, we saw this a couple times with big mom and daughter accounts where moms would be filming videos and posting them of their daughter eating a banana, falling backwards onto a cake, things like that. And as a spice merchant, I'm like, I know fetish content when I see it. So you know that those moms are taking like PayPal requests and stuff to get their kid to do something on TikTok. V's and P's, but everything up to line. See, and that's just, I think you'd still probably have some issues with legality there because, like, I guess they're just skirting the line, but that pisses me off so much. Like, that, if that's what's actually going on with Brand Army, like, that is trafficking. That's dead ass, just straight up trafficking. Ew. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. Just skirting the line. That's gross. That's really gross. And of course, like, that just, ethical spice merchants already have a hard time of it, and so when people do dumb shit like this, like, it always blows back onto the ethical workers, and we're always just like, ugh. Everyone, including this site, knows exactly what's happening. That's so gross. That is so gross. And yet, unfortunately, though, it's lucrative. It's like, we saw that from the family vlogging channels in regards to just how lucrative it is to just sell content of your kid that skirts the line. Like, if I had a kid, I would never post them on the internet. Not once, not ever. No, especially now with AI being a thing. Like, I don't even want to think about how many people have put me into AI at this point. Unfortunately, that's a hard, nauseating reality of doing the work that I do. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to know about it. Because I have no control over it. There's no way for me to know. However... like, the way it makes me so much more appreciative of the people who do genuinely go out of their way to support me for real. Like, you have the option to just take my you like my content and you just don't want to pay for other shit that I do. You can just put me now into ChatGPT or something and punch out whatever you want. So I very much appreciate the people who don't circumvent me as a person and as a creator, and who actually go the extra mile to support me for real, because the social law is you now lack privacy. The only way to show someone is not under 60. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, Moment, and no, the Bop House was how they were involved in Piper Raquel's life before she actually aged into OnlyFriends. I actually have no idea who Piper Raquel is, probably because, like, it sounds like somebody who is like 18. That would put me like over a decade past her, and I don't really care to know what young people are up to. Except in this case, like, that sucks. I'm not surprised though. Hi, Caspian. And yes, AI is definitely getting harder to spot. I stumbled across some guy's AI video on Threads this morning where he was trying to share this cinema of a girl in like a skimpy dress, arms and legs pretty much exposed to the elements. She wakes up conscious in a frozen field, and he's like, look how beautiful this is. And I was like, as a special effects makeup artist, I gotta tell you that the frost and snow and cold effects on her skin are not even remotely correct. If you want to make a video, don't use AI, because it's crap. Off to meetings. All right, we'll see you later, Claude Villainy. Thought you were forever 25. Fuck no. I am very, very happily now in my early 30s. I hated my 20s. My 20s were awful. No, not a fan. I actually love, like, the 30, flirty, and thriving. It's very real. I actually love getting older. I don't take it for granted. Cause like I can see my face changing. You start getting like your skin changes, you get the lines, you get some gray hairs, stuff like that. And I the thing is, like, my mom passed away in her early 40s, right? And my grandmother, great grandmother, like, they were all trad wives, and so for me, I have a goal to age and appreciate the ability to age outside of trad wifery, to not to not go the route that every other woman in, like, before me did. Second puberty. The dirty 30s, right? Yeah, so, like, I actually do very much like doing what I do. And honestly, spice merchantry, the ideal time to do it is actually, I would say, 28 and older. Get it, uh, that's not realistic for everybody, for sure, but, it's definitely something that, the fuck is this? Oh, one of those kickbots. Ew. But no, it's actually the best time to be a spice merchant is like late 20s into your 50s. Because you've got way better boundaries, you're a lot more grounded as a person, you have a better idea of how to regulate yourself, keep up with content, keep up with subscribers, things like that. AI bot used at my job will cover up bad code if you mention it too often, so we've developed coders with anxiety. Oh no! Hi, Ghost Child. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of AI, and like I was saying, like if you put your kid on the internet, I'm going to find you a very sus person because, I mean, the way that all those videos get saved is, it's really, But unfortunately, I don't think people really take into consideration the reality of the human species. I honestly think sin was one of our earliest attempts to try to come to terms with some of the most unhinged shit that humans do. But unfortunately, like, we are not necessarily a stable, healthy species, per se. And I don't mean that as like, oh, you have license to go off and do whatever. But there are a lot of human brains that get pleasure from things like wet organs. Ted Bundy would be an example of that. There's people who get pleasure from seeing somebody else in pain, and not just consensual, like a little BDSM type of pain. No, we're talking like they get pleasure seeing you in pain that you're not enjoying, not the fun kind of pain, like real pain. There's a lot more people who are attracted to kids than you'd think. There's a lot of people who get pleasure responses in their brain from hurting animals. Like, the human brain, it's not sinful, but it's also not the well put together, well regulated thing that everyone seems to think it is. It's always, the human brain is literally, like, you know how they say we're just a couple of paychecks away from homelessness? We're also a few bad nights of sleep and dehydration away from psychosis. We are not as well put together as we would like to give ourselves credit for. Indeed. Is it the EB family blog channel? I haven't seen that one. And yeah, the human brain is more fragile and quite often way more dark than we like to think that it is. Most people are not like soft, goofy, happy, healthy, wholesome little beings. Like human beings typically are just a mash of both really good and really yikes in some way. It's very rare you get a person that doesn't have just a little bit of yikes to them, and like that's part of confronting purity culture, right? Is coming to terms with those parts of ourselves that show up more. Yes, no, actually, one of the reasons it is important to drink water it is important to stay hydrated is because it keeps you sane. It's not the only factor, but dehydration will do bad things to your sense of reality. So yes, please make sure you get rest, make sure you get hydrated, make sure you get your vitamins and eat good food, because that's part of what helps keep you grounded in reality, helps you appropriately respond to your environment and do good things for yourself. All of that is really important. It's important for good reason. But yeah, on the topic of essentially Australia is doing that legislation. They're trying to Dusty Beavers or something like that is still trying to push forward and like full anti-corn bans in the States. And it's just like part of my own little rant that I posted earlier today is just that frustration of essentially all of the arguments that you see about corn cater very specifically to stupid people. And it drives me up the goddamn wall, because people will come up with these arguments about how corn needs to be banned. And one of their major arguments is, well, people will watch this content and they'll try to reenact it at home. And I'm like, yes, some very specific people will watch content and get hurt because they try reenacting it. And those people are goddamn fucking stupid people. Smart, healthy, grounded, responsible people are interacting with that content in a way that doesn't get them harmed because they're not goddamn fucking stupid and careless about it. Like, the rest of us are interacting with it responsibly. We are not having these issues because we're not careless with ourselves and our and how we interact with this content. Imagine a thing called Dusty Beavers trying to ban corn. I know, he sounds like a Magic Mike dancer. Took me to my 30s to be happy, learn to be mindful, present, still learning how to be kinder to myself. Aren't we all, right? Hi, Nordic God, welcome. Autistic, asexual, hypersexual, brain on first thought, think some things are, then second thought, reason. Oh no, this You're like, we're running multiple sets of programming here. Today's video, in my opinion, people need better education, help, less puritanical community. And to me, it's not even we need more education. Some people are just stupid. I am so tired of that. Like, I did not need an education about this. Like, when people talk about how, like, oh, watching corn teaches you to objectify people. No, it doesn't. If some guy is inappropriately objectifying you, it's not because he watched corn. It's because he's an asshole. I'm so tired of shit behavior being deflected onto my industry because some people can't get a goddamn grip on their shit behavior towards others. And I'm like, even like, yes, more education, but also maybe some people could just not be stupid. Because like the rest of us, when we look at corn, we understand that we are looking at two, or multiple autonomous adults engaging in behavior that they want to. They've pre-negotiated and choreographed. We understand they aren't objects. We understand that they're performers. We understand that the content they're making is not designed to reflect reality. I did not need to have anyone sit me down to understand that. I understood that already. Because it's media. The same way I understand that, like, you watch Batman and Batman's not. Nobody had to tell me that Batman's not reality. So, like, when I interacted with corn for the first time, I didn't see objects. I understood it was grown-ass adults doing what they wanted to do on camera with each other within the context of their own agency and autonomy. Like, who needs this conversation? For real, who needs to be told that the people performing in erotic content aren't objects? Who needs to be told that? What kind of stupid-ass piece of shit, dumb fuck needs to be told that? Because if you need to be told that, I'm sorry, you're not smart enough to be fucking at all. If you need to be told that, you're goddamn fucking stupid. And I don't buy it. I actually don't buy that anybody is objectifying somebody based on watching corn. I think adults actually understand when they look at corn, they're looking at two grown-ass adults on cam, on purpose, and they're not objects. I think anybody who's been looking at corn and being like, oh, this teaches you to be objectifying people. No, you're just a dick. You're just an asshole who's deflecting your asshole behavior onto others in the same way that somebody bullies you and then goes, it's just a joke. Why can't you take a joke? It's not a joke and it's not corn. You're a dick. You're a piece of shit. Shut up. Take responsibility. And everybody else needs to stop letting them deflect their shit ass behavior onto corn. No, you know better. You know they're adults. You know that they are people and not objects, and you're just claiming it teaches you to be objectifying people so you can get away with bullshit behavior. Yeah, sorry. Hello, Krogan girl. I'm so over it. And her better jokes. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's that whole thing where corn gives people such a convenient out. And I'm tired of it. I am tired of the performers. I'm tired of spicy performers being the sin eaters for somebody who absolutely does know better. I'm tired. I'm tired of us carrying responsibility for this. And like, for the type of content I do, I have taken classes. I am trained to do the scenes that I do and use the equipment that I do. The professionals who do the content that is critiqued the most because they're like, oh, this promotes misogyny against women. This promotes violence against women. We are trained to do those scenes. They are choreographed scenes by professionals. If I'm using rope in a scene, I took classes to know how to do it safely. So if you see me do a scene that I have goddamn fucking trained for, and you go home and try to replicate it, and you got hurt because you tried to replicate something I, a trained professional, am doing, and you went home and tried to do it with no training or awareness at all, that's your dumbass fault. That's not on me. I do not need to compensate in my content for your idiocy, for your blatant stupidity and carelessness. No, the rest of us who are capable, competent, and responsible are not trying to replicate things we see in media. The person who's trying to replicate things they see in content at home is a goddamn fucking idiot. And we don't need to compensate for their goddamn idiocy. We do not owe them education. We do not owe them consideration. They're stupid. They can go and educate themselves on their own time. All of the material and all of the resources are there. They can go find it themselves and be responsible, competent people about it. If somebody decides to replicate something they see in media, like if somebody watches snowboarding content and decides I'm going to just go snowboarding, no training, no awareness, no nothing, they go to the top of the mountain, choose the hardest course, and they get their shit rocked, we call them stupid. So when somebody tries to replicate advanced shit professionals are doing in intimate content, we should call them what they are, which is stupid. You are an idiot. And it is not the fault of authors or anything else. It is not the fault of performers that somebody was stupid. No, exactly. Straight up, let them remove themselves from the gene pool. I'm not going to stop them. No, for real. Darwinism is missing some of these people. Oh, you're going to take some rope classes. Yes. Here's our hydrate. This frustrates the hell out of me. It really does. It just... Even because the video I posted earlier was about... Oh, I got a posture check. Like 50 Shades. When people are saying like, oh, 50 Shades is bad because it's realistic. I'm like, Obviously, it's unrealistic. It's smut, you dumb fuck. When was smut supposed to be realistic? It's a fantasy to goon to. It's gooner material. Why does it need to be realistic for you? And then people are like, well, they're reading it and then reenacting it. I'm like, then they're stupid. It's to nut. People use this material to nut. You're not supposed to base a real dynamic off of gooner smut nut material. The fuck? Exactly. 50 Shades is bad because it's just bad writing. It's other than that, who gives a shit? It's smut. You're not supposed to take it seriously. It exists to nut to. That's all. We don't need to have a whole critique about it. We don't need to break it down. If it's not your thing to nut to, leave it alone. Like, author and people will just be like, oh, this isn't a reflect, it doesn't teach you safety, doesn't teach you consent, blah 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 blah. I'm like, the author doesn't owe you education about this. She did not write a BDSM safety manual. She wrote smut material for women, middle-aged women stuck at home to nut to. She did not create a manual for how to have a kink dynamic. She wrote smut. How many people think the Omegaverse is true? Not many, I would think. You'd have to have somebody who's had a full split from reality. Samples, Mythbusters, they always say not do it at home, and there's safety education they have to take into account. We have warning labels because people don't know better, or it's put in their hands and the product should not be done without training. And that's the thing, though, is that, like, when it comes to corn, we're not working with chemicals. It's not science. If you need, one of the things I say, like, I don't think corn needs to have warning labels. I don't think it needs to have this shit because you should know better. And if you don't, take yourself out of the gene pool. I have zero inclination to keep you safe. When it comes to this content, if you're watching my content and you think you can replicate what I do, I'm not gonna fucking stop you. I'm not gonna educate you. Your lack of brain cells is not my problem. This sign can't stop me because I can't read. Like, it's I think corn is one of those things where it's like, sometimes the warning label is dumb. Like, putting a sticker that says not intended for highway use on a wheelbarrow, why did we bother? If somebody decides to use a wheelbarrow on the highway and they get their ass ran over, that's their fault. Don't most websites have a warning about being 18 or older? Yeah, and that's the thing, is that, like, you have those, that's about the extent of it, is like, hey, you need to be 18 in order to be here. And that's the thing, is that, like, I have training to do certain scenes. Can you just do the scene? Yeah. But you're, like, you have a higher likelihood of risk as you participate in it. Multiverses are bleeding together. Yeah, and that's the thing, is, like, I don't have the time. I do not have the time or energy to be going around putting warning labels on my content. No one has time or energy for that. It's one of those things where I'm like, if you decide to try replicating it and you get hurt, you're an adult. And you can take responsibility for your own goddamn fucking self. What book it was, but on the front it was like, let's pretend that we're both adults, and yeah. Attached to the back of the vehicle, it came loose to another car. Not the person that died that did this. Somebody attached it to the back of the vehicle. Yeah, no, that's still stupid. And that would still be the fault of this stupid person who made a stupid decision. Yeah, please act like it goes unspoken. Right, like, I have no inclination. Like, if I film something, I put it up in the appropriate place. I feel absolutely zero inclination to be like, hey, make sure you take a rope class before you try doing rope. No, I'm just going to do a scene with rope. You can figure your own shit out. Lab coat, safety goggles, Rosie win. Hello, Icy Heart. Because to some degree, we need to have some healthy boundaries. We really do. Like, we need to have some healthy, realistic boundaries around this stuff where it's like, you know what? If someone's that stupid, there's no saving them. It's not up to me to keep you alive. If you're going to, as an adult, make some dumbass decisions and you try to replicate certain things, I feel no inclination to save you, stop you, educate you, whatever else. I have shit to do. I have a life to live. I've got other stuff to focus on. I should not have to parent you. Yeah, lab smut. I don't know. It drives me. It drives me up the wall. Or I'm like, why are the rest of us expected to compensate for the dumbest demographic among us? That makes no sense to me. I'm like, the rest of us are not having issues with this content. The rest of us are taking classes. The rest of us are reading books. The rest of us are doing this shit without needing to be told. We are just being responsible adults. Because that's what it looks like. And so why do we need to drag other stupid people along with us? Just let them enjoy the consequences of their own carelessness. Common expectation of women to pick up the slack. Form of art. Artists don't need to tell people that their art takes expertise. That's why people are paying for it. Also that. Because the thing is, like, because to me, the difference between something like Mythbusters and Korn is that Korn is an artistic expression. It's a form of free speech. It's entertainment. Unless you're somehow using explosives in a scene, you shouldn't need warning labels for it. Whereas something like Mythbusters, you are actually using explosives, chemicals, stuff like that. And even then the warning, I don't even think the warning labels on something like Mythbusters is not necessary for adults. You do need it for kids. But smut and Korn are not for kids. By the time you're an adult, you should know not to replicate shit you see in media without any kind of training in how to do it. You should know what you're looking at is pre-negotiated, choreographed content by professionals. See scenes with pyrotechnics? That would be pretty cool. A stick of dynamite. Oh no, Step Bro, I'm stuck in this barrel of gunpowder. Nope, we're not gonna do this. No. We as society are taught not to question. Don't question, don't cause issues. I mean, I don't know. I feel like, because I grew up in a very, like, strict environment, but I don't know, to some degree, like, also, human brains are gonna do what human brains do. They're gonna keep on going. Exploding consoles in Star Trek spots. End of scene, the smoke bomb. What if it's pre-negotiated explosives? I learned that schmex in a bathtub was a bad idea. That's it. Shower, bath, schmexy times is great in theory. Much harder to pull off in reality. I think I need to take a pyrotechnics course with the ropes course. Right, like, it gives my soul cancer. It gives my soul cancer to, as an adult, as a professional performer, have to disclaimer, don't try to replicate this without trying. Why should I have to do that? You are a grown-up. Figure your shit out. Yeah, no, like and that's another argument that kills me is people be like, there's no education, there's no da-da-da-da. I'm like, there are so many dungeons, so many rope classes, so many books, so many munches, so many community events, so many YouTube vids, so many Google search results, There is so much information about practical safety and risk management and harm reduction and blah, 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 blah. It's all out there, and expecting professional performers who've already done the work to have to stop, slow down, and explain to somebody's itty-bitty little guppy brain not to try this at home. No, like when I make content, I'm not thinking about whether or not a viewer is going to try to replicate. I'm not thinking about that at all. I'm thinking about the scene. I'm thinking about how to do it, how to edit it, how to do the lighting. Some stupid person trying to replicate it is not on the docket at all. Not whatsoever. And that's another thing I think people don't take into consideration is when we make this content, we're not thinking about you in any other way except for, will this make you nuts? That's the only question. Is this well lit? Is the quality good? Is the audio good? And will this make you nuts? That's it. We're not thinking about you in any other way, which is why you need to take goddamn responsibility for your own self. Because we're not. We're not thinking about you in any other capacity other than, will this make the viewer? That's it! That's the only brain cell you get. We're not taking you into consideration in any other capacity. Your safety, your well-being is your responsibility, and you need to engage with media appropriately and with literacy. Putting more restrictions on what's in media also limits the proper education. Yeah. Will you not? Will you buy? Yeah, exactly. Like, there's no other thought process there. Disclaimer, can't hurt. This Corn has a thing we trained for and knew how to do without being hurt. And I actually, like, maybe this is the brat stubborn side of me. I say fuck you, no. Fuck you. Not you specifically, but no, fuck that. Why should I have to put if I'm putting a disclaimer in there, that means you're an idiot. If you needed a disclaimer for that, you are stupid, and I don't want to cater to you. I don't want to spend a brain cell on you. I don't want to take care of you. And like, you know what? That's the part that bothers me most, because caring for you, having to put those disclaimers, that's more work for me. I don't want to care about you that way. I don't want to spend my time, energy, anything. I don't want to spend my intent on you if you're a stupid ass person. I expect you to interact with the content as an adult with your brain. I don't want to have to play mommy for you. I don't want, like, I can do mommy dommy content. I don't want to be your mom. And that's the part of, like, I'm sorry, this has kind of triggered me and pissed me off, but I do not goddamn fucking want to be your mom. No, absolutely not. Get a grip and interact with the content. Once again, not you specifically, but like interact with the content responsibly or fuck off. At most is how many I can give your partner. Yeah. Like, if you're any grown adult should know that you don't just try to replicate content. That's basic common sense. We shouldn't have to disclaimer that for a grown-ass adult. .com is always cut out. Well, and I think there are some. There's one dungeon I follow in particular that does like pre and after stuff. However, what did I walk into? You walked into a rant about how people expect too much from Corn performers. The thing is, the studios that do that, they have a full editing team. They have this isn't just, and like, something that pisses me off about this is that I already have too much work to do. Like, I am the talent, I am the lighting crew, I am the sound crew, I am the makeup artist, I am the costuming department, I am the editor, I am the promoter, I am all of the above, and on top of all that, now I also have to make sure that your brain cells are in order for you. That pisses me off. That pisses me off a lot. Hi, Vixie Pixie. I wanted a mom figure they could bone. Yeah. It drives me nuts because most corn performers do not have a full studio to do that stuff. So if you want a pre-consent check and an after-consent check content, that's like 2 more hours of editing for me to do. If you want me adding disclaimers and stuff, that's more editing for me to do. And I'm like, fuck you. For real, why can't I just do the content and you be an adult and interact responsibly? Like, why do I have to take on more labor to make sure that your stupid ass is corralled? Ah! I'm just gonna drink some tea about it. Like, the expectation that we should have to do more labor because some people are dumb. Yeah. It's aggravating. It is ultimately incredibly aggravating. Like, maybe if I had a full studio with a separate editor, this wouldn't piss me off so much. I only want education from classes. No, right? Like, the performers don't want to educate you or make disclaimers for you. The performers want to perform and then be done. Drop audio at work due to a call. That's, you can go back and watch if you really want to. Yeah, except, like, the whole point is, like I said in my video earlier, I'm not looking to teach you how to get demolished. I'm there to be demolished myself. That's it. And it also, it feels not fair. It feels profoundly not fair that I, as a grown-ass adult, can do on my own the education, the classes, everything else. I will go and get the awareness and training on my own without even needing to be told to do that. And yet I still have to do extra labor to accommodate some careless, dumb fuck who can't be bothered. And I have to be like, hey, by the way, don't do this at home. I had training for this. Don't try to replicate this. No, I figured it out. Grow up. Take care of your own goddamn self. Jesus Christ. And I know, like, the amount of frustration that I've been going through, just, regardless of if you are in any kind of at-risk community, I think we're all kind of in a place of continuous stress and frustration. Because we've got the anti-spice crap, we've got the anti-immigration crap, we've got the anti-trans crap. Like, there's all of this garbage ass nonsense going on right now where we're all frustrated, we're all stressed, we're all tired of it. I got a glass. The whole trigger warning thing is why I completely wiped my X-Spice account clean to start new, because people irritate me too much. Yeah, because there's a time and a place. There's a time and a place for education and things like that. But, like, I don't know, expecting corn performers or smut authors to throw in a bunch of disclaimers, or, like, basically OSHA, make their content OSHA compliant. It's just, it's such a demand of extra labor to accommodate people who could just, as adults, take responsibility for themselves and do it on their own time. Have to cater to others and their own do's and don'ts, because, like, hey, did you know I might like stuff you don't? Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't know if you guys have stumbled across some, like, the morally superior Discord content, where it's skits. It's humorous skits that show like when people do take this stuff to a little bit of an extreme. And like sometimes like things like the slashes, like the gen negative stuff like that, like little tone tags here and there, like they can be useful, but like to some degree the baby proofing, the bubble wrapping of everything, it does get to a point where it's a lot, and it does become aggravating. I've started talking a bit more about like my own frustration with stuff like, oh, I'm holding you accountable, we're going to hold you accountable, and I'm like, what in the inappropriate overstepping of ethical boundaries are you blathering about? It's a TikTok comment section, and you can't hold someone accountable. Accountability is something that somebody has to undergo of their own volition. It's something that they have to choose for yourself, right? As part of the agreement going in is knowing these things are being done professionally. Yeah. Appreciate your informed, educated approach to all you do. When you are doing educational and psychological PvP content, you do have little warnings. You know what warnings are needed, when it's needed. More infuriating that others can't put in the work to know that difference themselves. Yeah, and like the reason that I put like there's some disclaimers on my TikTok stuff versus like when it comes to stuff I post to my side quest places, I'm assuming you're a grown-ass adult. If you're looking up content in adult places, I'm assuming you are a grown-up who knows that you're there to nut. You're there to goon. However, if you're scrolling, TikTok is not a specific adult area. So you don't necessarily want to like put somebody in a headspace out of nowhere as they're scrolling. So that to me is kind of like, I will put a disclaimer if I think that I'm in a space where it's necessary, but I don't want to have to do extra editing time on longer videos that I post in specific places where I'm assuming if you're there, like, you know. Trans, queer, made content, consume content, done all sorts of quinky stuff, yeah. Sure you don't... Oh, yeah. Okay. Don't trust the people who are trying to censor to be ethical or even hold their leaders accountable. Yeah. It's one of those things where like we're really just trying to balance we're trying to balance a few different things between where you like a disclaimer, an education is appropriate versus, hey, actually maybe you need to be a grown-up and engage with this responsibly, and they shouldn't be expected to take you into consideration. And like this can include things like, oh yes, we do need to validate feelings, we do need to do all this stuff, but at the same time we can also acknowledge sometimes somebody's reaction is too intense and overboard and inappropriate. We can acknowledge that accountability is not something we can force somebody to do. It's also not appropriate to try to hold somebody accountable necessarily when like you're not their friend, you're not their support system, you're not their family, you're not their community. And also, like, there's just so many things where I'm like, when you get to a stress point, when you, like, you'll have more capacity, you'll have more patience for things when, you're not in a perpetual state of being frustrated, stressed out, all of that stuff. And I know my own patience with some of this stuff has worn thin because of how close we are to stuff being banned entirely, how close we are to some stuff being criminalized. So that does, like, if you're in the community that's about to be criminalized, you do get to the point of, like, you know what? Fuck you. Do your own labor. Do your own education. Take care of yourself. We're not your parents. And trying to ban us on the premise that we're not parenting you closely enough is stupid. As dumb. However, I do think, like, realistically, my own frustration and rants aside, we would have a lot more capacity to do more to participate in more educational stuff, to make more space for that, to have more patience for when people are blatantly being dumb with their own care. We would have more space and capacity and patience for it if we were in a society where this stuff was not criminalized, didn't have so much social bias against it. Like, if stuff was being based on research and harm reduction versus criminalization, then yeah, we would actually, myself included, I would have a lot more capacity to be like, hey, I have more space, because if I were allowed to just promote what I do, if I were allowed to just say what I do, tell people, hey, if you want more, you can go over here. If I were allowed to just do that, then I wouldn't be in a place of being stretched so thin, always trying to have to figure out all adjacent ways to promote. I wouldn't be like so stressed out, which means I'd have more income, I'd be more well rested, I'd have way more capacity to and willingness to want to do educational stuff outside of the spice merchantry, about spice merchantry. But when you put the laborers and the performers in a state of being perpetually stressed out in survival mode, like, we won't, clearly from the rants you just saw, clearly we do not have the capacity, we don't have the patience for stupid. We do not, we have no capacity and or range for somebody kind of being stupid. They demonize the spicy workers because they don't know how we explain basic decency in a way that makes them realize it's wrong. Don't want to admit they're wrong. Yeah. No, it is. It's easier to avoid and villainize. And yes, it's why decriminalization is going to be so vital. It really is. And I don't love this for me. I myself don't like being in a place where I am so stretched thin that I get to a place about this stuff where I am just grumpy. Like, nobody, like, especially because, like, education is very important to me. All of this stuff, like research and care, harm reduction, all of that is stuff that I prioritize. It's a value system to me. However, when you're a survival worker and the type of work you do is up for being fully criminalized, you're stretched thin, you're grumpy, you are just stressed out. It's so much harder to have any kind of range for anything outside of we just gotta make it, we just gotta keep grinding, all of this stuff. Aw. Hi, hun. When you getting home? Positive note, room's clean. Good job. What is criminal about making others feel good? You're making money off of it instead of being a good little submissive trad wife about it for free. What you want from me? Honestly. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? And yeah, I think that's like, part of supporting myself and other spice merchants is that, oh, you're gonna be home in about half an hour, give or take? Okay. Yeah, part of that being part of like a spice merchant's community, space, friendship, support system. Tell your mama I say hi too. I'm glad she's good. Is recognizing that there are going to be times where, because we are so at risk, there are going to be times when we are not necessarily overly nice or patient in regards to this stuff. Like the customer serviceness is going to be stretched a little thin because you're like, why can't this be easier? Why can't people make intentional space for us? Why won't people just let us promote what we do? Why can't people stop trying to rescue us? Why can't people just let us work? And it's hard. It's hard to stay in that space of being like kind, patient, understanding when you're not allowed to just do your fucking job. It's awful how much some people expect free use to be one of the actual things in trad marriage. Yeah, the way that there are kink dynamics in traditional Christian marriage models, just without reversibility. Didn't unlearn that white knight stuff till I was in my 30s. So someone pointed out to me, my flabbers were casted. My recent ex made me hate the idea of wanting to be a trad wife. So I found that it was a lot of people saying that they just don't want to do their own work in some capacity. The thing is, that's something that I've noticed because I was raised by a trad wife. My grandmother was a trad wife. My great-grandmother was a trad wife. Like, I was raised in the real deal. And the stuff you see online is not even remotely true to what it actually looks like. Like, you'll see, like, some influencer being like, trad, like, I'm so submissive to my husband. She's got, like, one kid down here and a single bowl. And I was like, that's not what it looks like. If you were a real trad wife, you would have, like, 3 kids screaming around your feet, and this whole kitchen would be covered in flour and dirty dishes and mixing bowls and all of this shit. Like, it's exhausting. And in between that, you'd be doing massive loads of laundry. You would have early onset arthritis. It's not fun. Exactly. The thing that I think spicy workers want the most is just to be able to do their job in peace. How stress can manifest outwardly. It's new feet unlock the trad wife life. Yeah, and that's I do feel bad. Like, it'll come out when I feel the stress and frustration and stuff come out. Like, please keep in mind, it's not gonna be me yelling at you guys and ranting at you guys and stuff like that. It's more of a generalized stress reaction and a frustration. Because, like, it is so unfair. The unfairness of it weighs on you on the daily, because you are aware of that unfairness at every turn. You see it in the way that some people get banned and others don't. You see it in how you have to say things like corn or spice merchant. You feel it in how you can't ever just say what you do and be like, hey guys, if you want to see more, go subscribe. You can't say that without fear of being yeeted. You feel it in the unfairness of how you, as a small business, a literal registered small business, can't promote your business. It is it is so frustrating. So, like, you'll listen to, like, I've got some mutuals who talk about this stuff a lot, like Breezy Sleazy, Juicy Poma. Like, when we talk about this stuff, you'll hear it. You'll hear the stress. You'll hear the frustration. Because it is so profoundly unfair. Nope, not even one. Yeah, exactly. Please be patient with your spicy people in these trying times. Should be in charge of this. And yes, exactly. I appreciate that so very much. Touches features like people who steal your stuff, I assume. Yeah, no. Because people try to, like, swipe and, like, literally, like, will download your content and resell it. which you don't have a lot of control over, which once again is why I so doubly more appreciate people who know that they could just put me into AI. They know they could just swipe my content in some way, and instead they say, no, I value you, I like what you do, and therefore I'm going to actually support you for real instead of leeching off of you. Aw, I appreciate that so much, Quimus. I really do. And I really wish people could see the value in the Spice Merchant community, because so many, don't get me wrong, there are some shit some shit people within the Spice Merchant world that I don't have much respect for, have like low-key some drama with. However, at the end of the day though, if I knew they were in trouble and I could support them and show up and help, it doesn't matter how much I'm like with you, I will show the fuck up. Because that's what Spice Merchantry means. It means mutual aid. But at a baseline, the people who have always shown up for me were Spice Merchants, right? Like when I was looking at leaving the situation that I was in before, and I was like, you know what? I'm deeply unhappy. I want to go back to school, all of this stuff. Lease is coming up. I don't know where I'm going to go. I reached out to like 3 different fellow Spice Merchants, and they immediately were like, yes, we're showing up. We're flying out. We're going to go to the filming locations. Like, we're going to show up and help you get the content you need that will financially carry you through this transition period. Like, they were there on the spot. Like, Sam even brought me soup. Like, as soon as like Rose Gold Studio, as soon as she was like, oh, you're in a rough transition point, I'm showing up with soup. Need to actually stop being so lazy. Finally use my recent free time to get me and all my spicier friends together. It's just low-key deflating these stressful days of the year. Oh, I love that. I love that for you. That's beautiful. Look at what the Spice Merchants do. I'm like, that's an incredible display of athleticism. The color of this, the lighting of that, what this closing means, what that angle means. Somewhere I'm like, I think you're the only one who thinks of that. No, not at all. I really wish people would see just how much effort does go into spicy content. Like, it isn't just the stuff. It is actually very intentionally lit. It is very intentionally costumed. The performers, like the networking, like all of it is actually very closely intertwined and meaningful and intentional. We're literally like one of the sweetest communities, no, for real. Oh, we'll see you later, Emma. People do it. Support me as a friend. Aw. Helps everyone out in ways that respect your own boundaries, do the goods. Nobody's gonna be out here trying to tell me that spicy workers are bad people. No, there is such a heart here, and like I feel no shame. I feel no shame about the community that I'm in. Like, the history of Spice Merchants is one in which, like, you would have community of spicy workers getting together. They would provide childcare for each other. While one was working, they would like collectively get food together, things like that. Like, they take care of collective space. They would support artists and musicians. Like, you know, like, we have so much art and philosophy specifically because a spicy worker patroned that person or held parlor space for these people to gather and share knowledge and networking and resources and stuff. Like, a lot of the times where a spicy worker lands, a community will form. And I am proud of that. I love that. Like, that is something to me that sounds so beautiful and intentional. Like, the level of intentional care I see Spice Merchants show to each other, to themselves and to their clients and subscribers, to their family, to their community. Like the level of care that a spice merchant will often go to is like next level, and unfortunately you will often see it not being necessarily reciprocated. Like it's so heartbreaking. It is so heartbreaking to see, like, a lot of Schmex workers too, like they are like they're neurospicy. That you might have some that are very hard on their sleeve, like literally will move a mountain for you. They will send care for you without even thinking about it, and then get absolutely shattered because the social bias is still there. They might get lover boyed, stuff like that. It can be really brutal. Like I've seen like a couple of my spice merchant friends got lover boyed, and your heart just breaks for them because they gave so much care based on their work. Like they provided care to another person with their body, and loverboy. So loverboy typically refers to a trafficking technique. However, it can also, you can have watered down versions of it, especially for OnlyFriends girls, where you will see a guy get in a relationship with an OF girl specifically because he thinks it will economically fast track his life. And a lot of the times he's right. It will. But it's a brutal thing to do to somebody. Amateur homemade theme quality just because I'm way too lazy to edit stuff to make it look professional. You expect me to edit that stuff? True. So Gold Digger. Yeah. Yeah, and I'll still use the lover boy term. It's like, it's not full trafficking per se, but it is still profiting off of somebody else's body in that way. I've had a touch of it before, not the same level of seriousness. There's been a couple of people though where it just breaks my heart. It really does, because these women are sweethearts. Grossy, yeah. Yeah. No, I just... The level of genuine care and heart that I see from people in my community who share the work that I do, the risk that I do, I wish so much better for them. I really do. Not just for myself. Like, I wish so much better for these people, because they're vibrant, they're survivors, they're scrappy, they're caring, very intentionally kind quite often. They work hard and they send their resources and all this other stuff around them. And instead of being appreciated, protected, and uplifted, they're constantly up against a world that says they shouldn't exist, that they should be forcibly rescued, or they're taken advantage of. And I'm like, I wish a better world for this specific community. Because if you take care of spice merchants, they will take care of you. All good noodles. All good noodles, right? And I mean that. Like, when I say, like, if there's somebody, another spice merchant, whatever else, where I'm like, I don't really like how you move in life, but I know you're at risk. I know something's happened. I know I have the capacity to help. You best believe I'm getting in the car and I'm going to help your ass. Friends went through that, helped her get out of that situation with like 3 others. She actually left his house. Is amazing, because the 4 of us carried her above our heads out of his house like a cartoon character, put her in the car, and drove to a rave. And like, that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? I don't know. There's just something about spice merchants. They're so funny. They're so funny and smart. And so many of them deal with life situations that are I wouldn't wish on anybody. A lot of them deal with chronic illness, disability. They're single moms, all of this stuff. They might be in this world because they're trans, and finding other work is very difficult based on that. There's all of these factors, and yeah, I wish that the spice merchant community was way more appreciated and uplifted in society than it is. Hello, Solar. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. But yeah, that's my that's my little me posting things in my spice access when I had to wipe my account clean due to harassment from mainly MAGA. And that's it's actually another reason why I do try not to really get into it with people on X. Because yeah, it doesn't really, and that goes back into my own thing of just comment sections are not social media. Videos and comment sections are not actual accountability or education. Occasionally you might get a real educator who puts something out there, but then again, it's usually 3 minutes of educational content at best. Yes, extremely real. Right? Bro, why are you still commenting? And I do think there's a buffer for me, at least because the focus of my content was so heavily care-based. I actually would encourage other spicy merchants to do the same, is making very community oriented content, making affirmation content, stuff like that. It's not just community building, it's not just something good to do for others. It also can be a little bit of a bubble for yourself too, where care begets care, right? So if you do establish yourself as somebody who has put out a very specific intent of I care, I genuinely give a shit, I find that the intent carries over into how people interact with you. I've had very little. I will only get negative interaction if I go out to find it. And anytime I do it, I'm always like, this is why we don't do it. This is why we don't picket things. But yeah, no, I would actually say one of the healthiest, in my experience so far, one of the healthiest things that you can do for yourself as a spice merchant is to change the intent of your content. One of the biggest mistakes I see spice merchants make is being very self-oriented, acting like an influencer, expecting basically to be like, I am so attractive, people should just interact with me, subscribe to me, whatever else. And the problem with that is the planet is full of attractive people. Whereas a core foundation of sustainability in spice merchantry is genuinely putting out a connection, right? Within reason, within healthy boundaries, not building parasocial stuff, but actually being like, oh, I recognize you. I'm putting out content that shows I care about you. This isn't just oh, my body. It's actually, here's my body, but also you matter. It'll actually do a lot of good for you. because there is no such thing as pure altruism. Like, part of the reason I do put out care is because I want to be cared about. Not the ideal type of side quest, but you certainly get XP. Yeah, people in general are attractive. To see that, responding or not, literally just seeing the comments on their own are frustrating. Yeah. And here's the thing. I would also say, like, whatever platform you're... Most platforms, I think X as well. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But social media platforms give you the option to hide certain phrases. So on TikTok, on Instagram and stuff, I have a bunch of stuff that people cannot... they literally cannot comment. So if somebody wants to say fatherless behavior, for example, I will never see it because it's blocked for me. That's just like another piece of advice is you do not have to be exposed to this stuff, not necessarily. Just like... These people aren't creative. They always use the same NPC insults. So just like get the list of them, put them in the banned words block list, and it will save your brain cells. It'll save your sanity. Oh my gosh, we've been going on for like an hour and a half here. Care begets care. It really does though. And like the amount, because when I started doing the affirmation content, I was actually, the purpose of it was to be the opposite of my family. I was like, well, if I'm going to have a platform, I want to do something that negates the damage that my parents and my family's Adventist platform puts out there. So I'm going to put out content that entirely contradicts what they'd say. What they say is healthy. I literally have a message for you. Yes, block that shit too. The universe has a message for you. Now, I'm gonna try... I'm gonna try this for like a first playthrough. No, for real. You guys would... I couldn't believe... I honestly couldn't believe the amount of support and care that people literally dumped on me. I got drowned. Especially back when I first started. I would say between like 2020 to 2022, when I was really going through it, I got drowned. I had people from all over the place be like, oh my gosh, Rosie's struggling, and just... to this day, I struggle with comprehending that many people just came out of the woodwork to be like, we like what you do. I like your words, Magic Man. Like, it was so touching, and it was that care and affirmation that got me to keep going, go and get the diploma that I did, all of this stuff. I've ordered several customs from you just to help with family damage. They've all been incredible. So glad you do the affirmation content. Oh, and I'm glad that they've helped. Cause I love doing the custom affirmation content for people where they're just like, hey, this is what I'm going through. Could you tell me this, that, and the other? Remind me to do these care things for myself, all of that. Like, I love doing that. Postman stuff again so badly. I genuinely want to get content again, but can't with people sometimes. Something that can possibly help is doing, like what I started doing when I would get interaction that just aggravated me, pissed me off, felt overwhelming, is I do like some of the CBT exercises where it's like, okay, this is what I'm feeling. This is how I want to react. This is the alternative way to react and behave. And after you do those exercises for a while, it gets ingrained and you have less of it. Like, you start to automatically do alternative things in response. Like, it doesn't feel as intense. You don't care as much. I forget to care about myself from time to time. Yeah, don't we all? Support some content creators more than others. Easy to make the choices I do based on their content. And yeah, actually, I'm very glad. I am very glad that I made that the foundation of my content. To the previous life of drought. Right? And of course, like, when it comes to CBT and all that, I, myself, not a therapist, might be in the future, but currently not. Take my advice, tips with a grain of salt. Amazing time in the Spice community. Joined the community in 2020 when I turned 18 as a baby Spice creator who mainly just posted pictures, my Spice Fox cosplays and stuff. Even then, I was seeing so many Spicy struggling with the shutdown. Everyone was so sweet and supportive, right? Like, the mutual aid that was happening back during COVID was so beautiful to see. Okay, we're gonna try to figure out how this works. Stop that. Just gotta shuffle things around for a sec while I make something bigger so I can actually see it. Here we go. Oh, a little hydrate. And we got this. Alright. Let's pull you guys over here. Figure out what I'm looking at. I feel like this is a lobby. Cleanup time. It's pretty. Definitely a lot prettier than the cleanup Viscera or Viscera cleanup lobby. Nothing really to interact with though. No goblin. That's your character's room just down the hall to the mission selection. Ah, okay. It's very Halloween themed right now. Oh. Aw. There we go. So, oh, this is where we... Okay, character room, and then if I had more players, then it looks like it goes up to 4. Whoa. What are we gobbling? Gobble, gobble. Just gonna explore a little bit. What do we have here? Read note. Where'd it go? Hello? Where's the note? That's weird. Is there no note yet? Huh. I love how it's like very medieval, but there's also computers. Oh, we have an employee handbook. The cleaner manual. You'll start in the main hub where you can gather your friends, choose a dungeon to start cleaning. Once your job is finished, go back to the main hub with your friends and hit the punch clock. Okay, same as Viscera cleanup. Hands will be useful. Yes, hands are useful. Top-notch goblin technology. Perfect for slime stabbing and floor cleaning. Don't be fooled by their dorky smell. Managons. These vermin are capable of processing raw mana. Raw mana. What is mana in their stomachs? At last, or you can restore objects. At last, you can put that levitating spell that you studied how to pronounce for years, or put to use. Okay, moving objects never was that easy. Blood. Stick a healthy slime on the pointy edge of the slime mop to start cleaning. Well, you just stab and... Oh, poor guy. Oh. Remains. Some poor souls couldn't make it out of these halls, at least not in one piece. Feed the mimic these remains, as well as slimes that died of blood sickness. How to use mana. Purple crystals are natural catalysts and a source of magic energy. Use your little friend to absorb or give mana to magical gadgets. Okay. Traps. Remember, you are in a dangerous dungeon. It'll be full of traps. Some need to be repaired, others just avoided. And there's a bestiary. Shadow cat. Black-furred wildcats made of shadows. Like to eat light, also likes cuddles. Aw, what a vibe. Necromancer. Old wizards. I love how an old wizard's in the bestiary. Or is that just under necromancer? Old wizards that dedicate their lives on learning to move bones and books with magic. Nope, he's in the bestiary. There's armored spiders, carnivorous plants, ice golems, and wait. Why? I'm so well, this will be fun. Food time. The first level, super short tutorial level. Okay, perfect. I can't read that, but I'm assuming that's a shadow cat. Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's alright. What are you looking at? What are you playing?
We're playing Goblin Cleanup.
Oh, neat.
Right, so assuming this is where we get our dungeon. Indeed, a Marcus appeareth.
Marcus had a family emergency he needed to run out for.
Okay. Alright, well, let's give that a shot. Come over here. Is the Marcus okay? Yes.
Yep. Mom had a minor accident. She's alright.
Old schoolyard. Okay. What? How does this work? Hello? Oh, the door's open now. Okay. Alright, so we enter here and then clean our way through here. Adorable fox streams. I was like, is that a trap or is that wind? Oh, this is pretty. It's like a little castle. All right, I think this is the first room. Area, maybe. Okay. Where's our slime mop, though? Okay, that's bloody. How do I change the tool? I'm so confused. Because with Viscera Cleanup, you just scroll. Aw, the fox screams are necessary. So tool, a pole, and then a slime thing comes out. Hello? Where's the tool? Where's the mop?
What do you need a mop, Rosie?
I need a bucket and a mop.
Oh, this.
Wet ass. Give
There it
me
is.
everything you got.
Oh, we gave it. We went there, we gave it, and we came back.
But here we go. Area complete. Okay, that's fairly simple. Oh, he's crying. Oh no. I'm sorry, buddy. Why would you make it sentient? Revive. Clean, give, release. Oh. 1 is hands, 2 is mop, 3 is the mana thing. That's such a funny little guy. Aw, he's a little dragon. Okay. Moving objects was never that easy. Okay. How do I... R is rotate. Ah, okay. Oh, okay. Nice. Other way of giving support is just head bombs. Purple crystals are natural catalysts and a source of magic energy. Use your little friend to absorb or give mana to magical gadgets. Alright. That's pretty cool. Pretty convenient that we have a... Aw. You died? The fuck? Why was I killed by a torch? Hello? Cat snores like a grown man, and despite knowing this, it never ceases to startle me. I accidentally dropped you on my face after 3 minutes of silence, and then hearing the deepest, most guttural snore coming from my cat, Sophia. Oh my gosh, well please give Sophia some scritches for us. But you know, that would be kind of unsettling. Wait. Why is the torch hurting me? Is that my body? I think I'm holding my body right now. Oh no. Okay, so... Refill the mana objects. I'm so confused. Ah, okay. Yes please. Give all of your cat scritches. My absent donor. Some poor souls couldn't make it out of these halls, at least not in one piece. Yep, me. Feed the mimic those remains, as well as slimes that died of blood sickness. Ew. Oh, so sorry about this, buddy. Alright, how convenient. We have a mimic that'll just eat this, but not us. You want to keep it in the green part of the bar or bad things might happen. Okay, so bad things like exploding. Whoa, okay. I think this is a teleportation. Finish the tutorial. Okay, I guess we just walk into it. Who said it won't eat you? Oh my god. Angel Luke in the trash compactor scene with the one part of the compactor pushing you to the hole of destruction while someone was complaining to you about how poorly you were doing at surviving said trash compaction situation. Somebody needs to find me an audio for that. Because it's true. It's so... Why is that so apt? I don't know what that means. Oh, but we did level up. And we got 15 tickets. Cool. Can I... Whoop. Oh, up. Up. Uppies. No. No uppies. Yes, uppies. Whoa. Killed by fall? That's some bullshit. Wait, didn't I dispose of the remains? Ow! What? Wait, how am I supposed to dispose of organic remains if there's no more remains? Oh, okay. I don't have a slime on here. Ow! Hey! I guess I'll feed it myself. It ate me. Once you escape, you're in a different trash compactor situation. Where's the other piece? Okay, it's here. Clean bloodstain. What bloodstain? I'm so confused. What bloodstain are we talking about right now? You feed it from the side or the back? Okay, because yeah, that thing has eaten me like twice. Area completed. Area completed. Dispose of organic remains. Where? Da 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 da. Like, dispose of organic remains. I see no remains. 1 of 4. How am I supposed to dispose of these? They won't let me take it through the door. Hold down Q, you can hold for things to scan for. Okay. How do I dispose of something that doesn't appear to be disposable? What? There's 4 remains and no way to dispose of them. Oh, don't think they planned for you dying there. Well, they put a trap. Oh, can I take it to the other room? I can. Okay. I wanna drop it. Okay. I have to clean up myself. If you run through the portal at the end, you could still leave now. Okay. Wait, do I have to take the slime off? I still don't even know what bloodstain they're talking about. Oh, here we go. Alright, now it's complete. How do I... Ow! Why is he such a bath? Need to leave the slime, but how do you take the slime off? Or just drop it? I swear, this is... How close to this thing can you get? Alright, take it. Well, apparently when I die, so does the slime. We're just gonna make a run for it. We're just gonna head off. And hopefully this works. Whee! Okay. Wait, there's a bell? Something about a bell at the end? Wait, where's the thing that says I finished? It's over here. Ah! Got it. I figured it out. Okay. Yay! There's... Okay. Bunch of different rooms. Bunch of different rooms.
I can't hear you.
I said there's a bunch of different rooms.
Oh wow. Many rooms, you said?
Many rooms. Wow. Oh, look, it's my girlfriend. Alright, cleanup is already 85% done. Feed the tree in Forlorn Crypt 10 pieces of meat without being hit. Clean the main hall without dying. Clean bloodstains, dispose of organic remains, restore objects, refill mana objects. Oh, okay. I have a ooh voice. How is your fellow spice merchant? He do be spice merchanting. Help for a bit? I mean, if you're able to join. For sure. I haven't figured out like Wabi or stuff, but if it's like other games where you can just hop in, if we're Steam friends. There's a very creepy main hall. I don't think this has started yet. Ring. Oh, this is the entrance. Indeed, it is time for Uwu. I'm a lot more cautious about potentially dying now. There's blood stains. Not quite sure where that's supposed to go. Yay! Let's go to Whittle Swan, guys. Whoa! He looked a lot bigger than he really is. I will clean up the bloodstains. I don't know if this is like Viscera cleanup, where if you step into blood, you track it everywhere. Oh god, that's a mimic. Piece of shit. What if we take this and we put him here? Why not? Just want to turn him around so I can just feed him from the back. Or the side. Oh, it does. Can you eat it? There. Now he was likely to eat me. Oh, he's expired. Here we go. He ate it. I can hear a cat. Hello? Eat it. Oh no. Slime. You need to press host instead of play from main menu. Oh, okay. Alright, the next time I play this, I will do that. Okay. There's still a bunch of blood stains. Don't eat me. Alright, so keep within green bar. Okay. I can't tell which way it's supposed to go. Like that, I guess. Skitty. Oh. Hello? Hi? There's a void kitty here. Alright, let's go this way. I think that's about it for the entryway. Or not. Okay, cleaning bloodstains. Do I need to bring the mimic with? Wait, what? What is going on with the cat? Why is the cat taking the... You asshole. You were cute, but now you're annoying. I did not put you there. The cat sucks the mana out of things. What do I do with this cat? We'll mess with stuff. You can put it at the altar at the end of the hallway to keep it in timeout. Okay. You little bastard, where did you go? What the heck? Huh? Leave cat here. Oh. Okay, I guess we'll just take this with us. Air dry for the kitty. Okay, we'll do a hydrate. What's that? Because why of all the timing? If the cat can be eaten by the chest. I know, I was like, am I supposed to feed the cat to the mimic? And I'm hoping that's not the case. Why can't I drop here? Weird. Test out. Ooh, wait, what idea did I miss? Okay, that's... Whoa. Why? Why is this... Why? Like a whole entire trap system here for some reason. Ah, you bastard, I'm gonna get you. Eat it. Thank you. Where'd you go? Was right here. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's great. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome. Wait. Whoa, okay, why? Okay, we'll at least get the blood. So the altar's activated. The cat's gonna be around here somewhere. Needs to be a barrel there. Uh-huh. Where do you think you're going, huh? Come on, manifest. Little shit. Alright, you stay there. So that I can do this. Excellent. I feel like I should be able to put this down somewhere. Why? Why not? Thank you. Just don't want to have to go that far. Oh boy. Ow! Oh, wow. I thought I'd walked far enough. I had not. Flat, indeed. Just flat. I hope that wasn't even like F's in chats. No. It's you are flat. Wait, I know what goes there. What the? Oh. Hold on. Is this 2 or 1? 1. I don't trust you. I still have to light these. Okay. Stressed. Oh no! Oh, there's another one. You. Just take it. There we go. Oh my god. Alright, give me some squirts. Give me some squirty things. Okay, we are gonna want to move that. And put it somewhere not so deadly. Where can I put you where you are less likely to eat me? Aha. Oh, right here. he can't drop here. Just drop him. Well, I failed the one challenge, which was clean the hall without dying. Give me some squirts. Hello to Cherry Bomb. Okay, let's get this blood cleaned up. I wonder how on earth this could have happened. Gross. Alright, little guy. I gotta fill you up with blood. GLaDOS look is cool. Thank you. Yeah, I did end up going, thanks to this one, I ended up going with one of the whiteout contacts for that look. Oh my god, was that one ever painful. Oop. Let's put this here. Restore that. Are we serious right now? Oh man, because I think that goes at the whole other end of the hall. Can make sure I actually go far enough ahead. Oh yeah, this goes here. And that barrel back there probably goes here too. Restore this. We gotta fill you with blood. Mosquito roleplay. I mean, yeah, the impact play is you just getting smacked. This over there. All right, we need more. More little squirts. Do you have any other cool makeup looks planned like that? Well, I'm still waiting for some more items to come in because the next step up will be prosthetics. I need to do... Actually, the next look that's coming up is a Mind Flayer. I haven't been able to figure out the, like, Mind Flayers have things. Can the Mimic eat you? Yes. Also, hello, Ponlu. Hello, hello. Okay, we still have this over here to restore. I gotta figure out where they put the rest of the furniture. Okay, this goes here. And you need to go on the other side of the table. Alright, this is looking better. on. I need another stool. Aha! Conveniently right there. Cool to see you do another look in the Venom with liquid latex. Yeah, I probably will not be doing Venom again in a while. Unless somebody drops like a chunk of change on me to do it or something like that. Because that one is a very heavy, very long look to do. Also, the contacts. My eyes have been in so much pain today. Those whiteout contacts are so painful. No, the next one that I have commissioned is a character I hadn't really seen before. But she's from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, here's the table. Okay, let's take this back over here, and then we'll just need one more stool. Whee! Look at this, we're so good at our job. What's this? Throw meat at tree. Apparently the tree can also stab you. April O'Neil. Yes, April. The mimic can also eat your friends. I've discovered there's an achievement for doing so first time I play. Also, yeah, that would be... let's see. Let's go over here. Yeah, you eat that. Okay, a barrel needs to go over here, which is right here. Nice. There's a bunch of blood. Are there any torches? Yes. Make it brighter in here so I can actually see what I'm doing. I know where you go. This spot has been pissing me off for a while. Aha. The tree enjoys food comas. Okay. Sending for eye drops might be good. No, I actually had to send him out to get eye drops yesterday because yeah, it was so painful and I was completely out. I've got another table. My question is, where is this tree? Don't be a mimic, don't be a mimic. Don't be a mimic, don't be a mimic. When are we feeding Marcus to a mimic? I feel like that could be some very specific content. Just do a mimic cosplay, and then we could feed him to the mimic. We can also put the cat here. I guess there's just multiple places to put the cat. Okay, we've restored quite a few of the objects. I just want to know where this tree is. Like... Whoa! Never mind. That is indeed a tree. And I guess we give it this. Through cursed content. It really would. Cautious about them. Get the ones that offer prescription options only because they'd be so risky. Well, yeah, and that's why, like, I am worried about long-term with the contacts because I'm just like, how? Ow! How do I even feed it? It killed it in me. It killed it in me dead. Also, why does this thing need to eat me? I am feeding it so much meat. Why am I even on the menu? You can right click to throw and it'll go to sleep for a moment. Oh, okay. Well, I missed the 10 pieces of meat thing without being hit, so there's that. Oh, that didn't work. Do I have to clean myself up? Like, do I have to clean up my own dead body? How far does this go? Jesus Christ. Just eat it! I threw that at your face! I literally threw that at your face. How did you miss? Eat it! I don't even know if that worked. Need a mimic for the tree. Just throw the... Yeah, I'm gonna throw the whole mimic at the tree. Yeah, I'm pretty sure... Whoa! This belongs here. It needs to be somewhere in the dirt around him. Oh, okay. If it works, it works. Content I would buy because funny! Legally blind. Wait. Hold on. Say this because not being careful, that's why I'm now legally blind to my left eye. Because my left eye was already really bad. I had a certain level of nighttime blindness. I got the blackout lenses and they made my nighttime blindness so bad. Oh! Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, that actually does worry me about those contacts is that a lot of them aren't prescription. Okay, there was a spot for a bench around here somewhere. Where'd it go? Ah! Ah! There's so many bloodstains! You're doing amazing. You're doing amazing, sweetie! Oh, man. I'm so sorry about this, buddy. Just gonna... Apparently you're sentient. I stab you, fill you up with blood, and then feed you to a mimic. Feel kind of bad about it. Now, where's the range limit on this thing? Okay. Got a bunch of the blood stains. Yeah, right, so many blood stains. Okay. Let's throw some meat. I don't know if that worked or not, but... Right, this really does keep you on your toes. Consensual Sexual masochism. Ah, there it is. I was very close. Wait, wait, wait. Restore, restore, restore. Yeah! Beep 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 beep. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Trying not to die. Dashing through the fog. The slime blob on my mop. O'er the dungeon we go, trying not to die. I am out of meat. This tree wants to stab me. It gets chaotic with all the other players. I bet this is so stressful. I don't even know where my own meat. I guess he probably ate me, considering I was right next to him. Ah. Woo. Okay. Don't think he could stab me here. There's more blood back there. God damn it. I encourage this song. My sub. Okay. I'm sorry about this little guy. Okay. You don't see me. You don't see me. You don't see me. You see nothing. Woot! Okay. I think that's it for bloodstains. Huzzah! We have cleaned up 40 bloodstains so far. He did! He ate my meat! Oh, that sounds good, Quinmis. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. Thank you very much. The question is, where do these other objects go? So we still got a few more. Now try not to get squished this time. Okay, fill that. You dick. Ow! How far does this go?
It's very deep, Rosie.
What the hell? I keep getting squished by this thing, but I don't know how far it goes. Oh, aside from getting pancaked. Oh wow, that is much bigger than I was thinking. Okay. Wow. Well, I think this. Ah! Oh boy. Thank you. Alright, so there's probably going to be another mimic in here somewhere. Right? Ah! Oh, because I died. That's fine. That's what she said. Yep, that was a lot of being pancaked for some reason. Wait. Oh, hello? Why? Okay, if I can find... Oh my gosh, the way that I'm getting so sleepy already. Aha, I think I see where you go. Yes. Do I need to bring a mimic in here? Because that will suck. Are these pressure plates? They are, you bastards. Taking this. So what's tomorrow's plans? Let's see. That's his stream day is tomorrow. Me, I will probably be focusing on the side quest places. I'm probably gonna do a simple makeup because my eyes and my skin are just so tired from the looks I just did for a bit. For the past 2 days, like my eyes just right now. There doesn't appear to be a mimic in here, which is weird. Also, the amount of gross stuff I'm gonna have to clean up from here. Fine, I'll go get the mimic. Why do I have organic remains to dispose of here, though? Is it this thing? Yeah, exactly. I need a rest. Maybe I'll take a bath tomorrow, too. Why can't I drop it here? I don't understand. Okay, I think I'm getting close to done, though. Because I think this is the last room. Oh boy. There's a lot of blood right there. Yeah, I think that some self-care tomorrow is in order.
Honestly, you deserve so much more self-care.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
What makes you say that?
You don't care for yourself enough. I feel caring about yourself
Oh
for you.
my god. I came here to have a good time. And I feel so attacked right now.
That's partially because you're being attacked.
Ah! How dare you?
I dare.
How dare you?
Kiss me?
I will. I will kiss you so hard about it.
No, don't do that. It'll make me straight.
Oh my god. Not the straight.
Not the dreaded straight.
Ah! Oh, I thought it would do spikes from the other side. Oops. Oopsie doopsie. Oh, the altar is the restoration point. Okay. I should probably enable the closer altar then. Oops. Wee running. Alright. Well, that was dumb. I did that for science. And it didn't pay off. How does serotonin YouTube works so real? Aw. Finishing side quests. Again, regretting my gender and self-esteem. Being not allowed to return to work right now because of what I consider a minor injury makes alternative income very appealing. Hey, listen, the way that I hear this from guys all the time, where they're like, I wish I could do this work. And I'm like, it's not really a looks or a gender thing. It is it's really about your charisma stat is what it's about. Looks and whatnot can help. You find your niche in something and you do it well. There's a consumer base for it. Sure didn't have a hard time. Listen. I can't believe they hit me with like a 2-point trap. That's so rude. It's just that one at the end. Okay. Alright, first got squishy-did. I'm gonna grab my body. Who does this? Who thinks of this? Who needs a pancaker in their dungeon? Okay. Alright, I think this area is good. This area is not. I have one more bloodstain to figure out. Still a bunch of organic remains, though. Oh, is this the right chair for here? I think so. Alright, where's my body? All over here, apparently. Oh no, not the walls. Just eat it. Said giant steaks that need a stone slab. Yeah, you know that one mashing technique for tenderizing meats? But like both sides, because voice train. Oh, as in like you want to do both just cuz. Which I mean, fair enough. Alright, time to go pick up pieces of me. almost restored all of the objects. Use pancaker in front of door as primary trap. It's like, you're not even getting that far in here. I know you think you are, but you're not. I gotta figure out where the table is and the 2 chairs. I don't even... Oh, spikes come from the wall. That's what... Wow. Super obvious when you do notice it. We've all... Hey! Making a mess. Yeah, you're doing great, sweetie. We're doing so good. Laundries, hi. I hope I said that correctly. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you. How's your evening going so far? Whew. Okay. Oh, there's a pressure plate there too. Okay, so we need to put that there, that there. There's one of the chairs. Oh yes, let's enable a closer altar. That'll help. So chair, chair. Oh, bloodstains are done. Unless I make a mess, which is likely. Where's the room? Aha. No! Come here. I know where you go now. Whoop. Over here. Little posture check. Quiet is nice, yeah. I do love a quiet evening. I am just finishing up the last bit of this dungeon before I go to bed. Regular on my call center jobs got mistaken for being feminine. No clue if that was speaking pattern or actual tone, because people are people. Yeah, you're just like, is this for real or do you have auditory processing issues? Of course, yeah, it helps if, like, if you are doing voice content, to be able to appeal to a plethora of demographics. That never hurts. Oh man, I had all the bloodstains covered. Piece of shit. Okay, 2 more objects to restore. Yeah, put 1 there. Ah! Ow! Mother... Damn it. I'm gonna pick myself up all over again. Okay, where's... I can't find the table, though. Is it all the way in the other... No, wait, you stay. You come with me. Whoop. There we go. Unfortunately, I think the table is actually all the way across the room. Alright, pick myself up, even though I don't think it really counts for anything. I have to restore 1 more object, but... I don't think it's in this room. Where, oh where has the table gone? Oh, dang it. Nice change from the beds where I live. Yeah. Yeah, you're coming with me, bucko. Whoa. Whee. Refill mana object. So I'm missing one in here. Now this area is complete. Where's the table though? Aha! I knew it! You piece of shit. Come on. What do you mean? Take it. There. Wee! Running. Okay, we're fine. Come on. Yeah, I was right. Okay, I think we've managed to clean everything up. Now the question is, how do we get out of here? There should be a portal somewhere. Can anybody see a portal? Oh, that's pretty. I will go to bed. Complete main hall without dying. We were not successful in that endeavor. Do we go all the way back out? Aha! Very calming for the brain. Indeed. Okay, pull the lever, Kronk. Done. So we did get 85% cleanup. 220 tickets. Did not get the 2 rewards though. Wrong level. Wrong level. Okay. We're gonna come back over here. Yeah, it's been about 3 hours of streaming. I think that's about good for me for today, because I am the Eep. I am the Eepiest of the Eep. I don't think we'll do a raid tonight, because I just want to take stuff off of my face and go bed. But it was good to see you guys, and thank you for hanging out with me. I may do my little frustration rants, all that good stuff, hanging out with me while I game for a while. It's all very appreciated. Yeah, I'll get right back at you. Right back at you. I've got more affirmation content to post tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that if you are here for that kind of content. And yeah, you came at the very end. You came at the end of stream, but I am trying to stream more often, so you will probably see me a bit more. I have some more prosthetic stuff to edit tomorrow, actually. I gotta work on my makeup portfolio tomorrow is what I need to do. So keep an eye out for that if you really like my special effects makeup stuff, because I gotta post some new stuff with that. And anyway, lots of love to you guys. You are the best. And I'm going to bid you good night, okay? Remember your worth, not your productivity. Drink your water, do good things for your brain, all that good stuff. I will see you later. Good night.